to another episode of PCTV. Today we have two very special guests with us. Let me introduce you to Sir Reimer, a knight under Charlemagne, and Suenhee Kim, a samurai warrior in allegiance to the Minamoto family. Thank you both for joining us. Now, to my understanding, feudalism in Western Europe and feudalism in Japan during the post-classical period coincide in political organization, foundation of hereditary classes, and economies, but differed in their origins and the directions feudalism took them.
Yes, JD, that is correct, and I believe Mr. Kim would also agree with me.
Yes.
Now, Sir Reimer, describe to me the political organization of Western European feudalism.
Well, all of Western Europe was built upon the Roman Empire, primarily upon the Pax Romana, but we struggled keeping it alike. Most importantly, we couldn't form a successful bureaucracy to govern all the people of the region.
Suenhee, is it similar to the political system that Japan possesses?
Yes, it is similar in that we have China's imperial system to build off of, but we lack a strong central government. What we really need is an administration system.
I believe that, in short, Europe needs the resources to build a central government for each state.
So what you're saying is that both nations are fully governed by feudalism because of common needs.
Yes.
Yes.
Moving on. I understand that hereditary status plays a very vital role in both of your societies.
Yes, it does. The class you were born into is where you stay for the rest of your life, and it gives you certain responsibilities. For example, I was born a samurai, thus making me responsible for the safety of the people in my region.
And Sir Reimer, is your situation synonymous?
Yes, in fact, it is. Just as Mr. Kim is a samurai in Japan, I am a knight in allegiance to my king, vassals, and serfs in Europe.
I respect the way you guys handle protecting the people of your regions. What do you guys call this sort of protection?
In Japan, we call it Bushido, the way of the warrior.
In Western Europe, we call it chivalry.
Thank you. And we'll be right back from a short word from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is James Overton, and here at Post-Classical Era Tools, we have the best things that you peasants out there need to improve your clothing. Now, all you peasants out there are really struggling to get to harvest on time, aren't you? Well, Post-Classical Era Tools, we have the sharpest, the most durable, and the shiniest tools to offer. Now, we have everything from raking, hoeing, and plowing. And your vassals will be very happy if you come to us. Now, here at Post-Classical Era Tools, like I said before, we do have the best instruments to offer in town. And, you know, anything that we have can just split the competition.
And we're back. If you're just now tuning in, I'm JD Hasley sitting here with Mr. Kim and Sir Reimer, a knight under Charlemagne and a samurai under the Minamoto family. And we're comparing feudalism in Japan and Western Europe. Now, back to what we were discussing earlier. What did each of your feudal economies look like in the post-classical eras?
Well, in Japan, the main focus of feudalism was to create new political organization. But as always, economy plays an important role in politics. Peasants and farmers provided food for all of the people, including the kings and vassals. The vassals organized kingdoms and kings, providing protection for their people by using the samurai. So in a way, economy was blended with politics, and there was hardly any trade with other regions.
This describes almost exactly how the economy was in Western Europe. We hardly ever trade with outside nations, just because of safety and of different beliefs in Europe.
Understandable.
We keep trade within European kingdoms mostly.
So Western Europe and Japan, it would be fair to say, were similar in their economies during the post-classical eras?
Yes.
Indeed. I think that from the information, we both ran capitalist economies for the most of the eras that we were both feudal.
I too think it would be fair to conclude that. So far, Japan and Western Europe proved to be very similar in their politics and economies. But I imagine that they would be very different in other areas.
Well, feudalism was based off of Roman imperial laws and customs and parliamentary institutions, where aristocrats could independently defend legal interests against the monarchy.
However, in Japan, feudalism was based off of a less institutionalized effort, as well as an original Confucius beliefs.
So while both areas were similar in their reasons for creating feudalism, they were built upon different beliefs.
Yes, our motives were the same, it seems, but what we were both built upon is different.
Okay, and thank you. We're going to take another break here, and we'll be back shortly.
Do you need new armor? For all you knights out there that are of the glorious in Western Europe, come to Armor to Go and buy this new cast iron armor, the best Western Europe has to offer. Watch closely as Mr. Hasley, your PCTV newsman, faces me, Sir Reimer, a knight under King Charlemagne, in a joust. As you can see, Mr. Hasley suffers no deadly wounds, even from a lance as deadly as mine, Sir Reimer's. So come on down to Armors to Go, send your messenger down to pick up your cast iron armor.
And welcome back. If you're just tuning in, I am with Mr. Kim, Samurai, and Sir Reimer, a knight under Charlemagne. So, what would you say the direction feudalism took in Japan in later centuries?
Well, feudalism led to many cultural and industrial developments that were distinct to the Japanese people and religion.
Feudalism has taken Europe in a bit of a different route, I think. It brought about Western Europe to a more religious state. New forms of government arose because of the changes feudalism brought, such as absolute monarchy and democratic republic.
So, both Western Europe and Japan set out on using feudalism in the same way, but ended up in very different places culturally and religiously. Japan's overall development during the feudal age was based upon traditional beliefs like Confucianism, while in Western Europe, feudalism brought dependence on parliamentary government systems.
Don't forget the scholar gentry's role in Japanese development.
Of course. Now, let's have a recap. The differences in both of your feudal systems are the way in which they started and the directions that each region took.
Yes, that is correct.
And the similarities, I would presume to be fair to say, are the political organization, the foundation of hereditary classes, and the development of economies.
Yes, that's also correct.
All right. Well, thank you both very much for coming out and shedding some light on Western European and Japanese feudalism, which of course is what your day-to-day lives consist of.
Well, thank you for having us on this wonderful TV show, PCTV. Thank you, everyone, for having us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, like Sir Reimer said, we do have a very good show down here, PCTV, so you need to tune in next week for the comparison of trade in Europe versus Africa. Well, from all of us here at PCTV, I'm JD Hasley. Have a great day.